Hi there, this is Dianne Hanks with another lesson in our Blondes Prefer Gentlemen series. I wanted to talk about something that might seem a little bit unusual, but I do think it is worth mentioning. And the reason that I say this is because I have had so many experiences with so many different kinds of men. I have dated and dated and dated and dated so many different kinds of men. And one thing that I can say is that a true gentleman leaves a person or a place at least the same, if not better, than when he came to the place or came to the person. And also obeys the laws of the land. Let me explain with a couple of examples. I remember driving along in my car with, this man that I was dating, and I realized he threw something out my window. And I said, Did you just throw something out my window? And he goes, yeah, it was just like a wrapper to the straw or something like that. And I went, you just littered? Oh my gosh, I have to tell some man in their 40s not to litter? Littering, oh my gosh. At over 40 years old, this man had kids too. And I'm thinking, oh my word. Littering is something that is just such a preventable thing, that how could you be so thoughtless and not be mindful of not only, your own behavior, but about the effect of what you're leaving behind for other people, for the planet. How dare you litter out my window in front of me? I mean, what did that reveal to me about this person's character? Now, he was a good person. I'm not saying he was a bad person, but it let me know that he was not mindful about his effect on other people or even on the planet. And so that's something that I wanted to make sure that I address it, that a gentleman never leaves a place worse than before he got there. Like, let's say you're in the men's bathroom and you just got the little paper towel thing and you're drying your hands. Well, you're going to throw away that paper towel anyway. You're on your way to throw it away. If you happen to notice the sink is a little bit wet around there, wipe it down, then throw it away. What did that take you, 2 seconds? Leave the place a little bit better than when you found it. What about in your own bathroom? Even if you live alone and there is no one else to follow you, when you're done shaving or when you're done bathing or showering, take a quick little second and, make sure you wash it down from any, hairs that may fall out or whiskers that are left in the sink. It's just common courtesy. It's just common courtesy. And I hate to feel like I'm preaching, but I'm just saying, a real gentleman would never do these things because why? They're mindful about other people. And also obeying the laws of the land, wherever you live, whatever your laws of the land are. And that it's a character thing. It doesn't matter if nobody is watching. You know in your heart if you are keeping the laws or not. And when you're, for example, speeding. Now, I know many men speed. It's one of the thrills that they enjoy is, speeding. But they have a special place and a special workshop where you can actually drive Indy 500 cars. Then it's okay to speed. When you're on the road, when you have precious cargo in your car, even when you're alone, what would you ever need a radar for if you're not speeding? You can't ever get a ticket if you're not breaking the law. I remember knowing somebody who kept getting ticket after ticket after ticket. I'm thinking, how many times is it going to take before you get the message? Quit breaking the law. It's not the police officer that's an idiot. for giving you a ticket. It's you for continually breaking the law. So just a very, very simple thing. Keep the laws of the land. You're not fooling anybody, even if you don't get caught. You're not fooling anybody if you don't keep the laws of the land. A gentleman is always a good citizen. Not just a good citizen, but a great citizen. He keeps the laws of the land. What about this one? When you're in an airplane and you're on your cell phone or you're on your laptop and they ask you to please turn off all the devices. Okay, I've been on a plane where, the person who I was sitting next to, they didn't turn them off. Like somehow all the laws apply to everybody else except for that person. Well, hello. Keep the laws of the land. Have a joy in your heart that you are an obedient citizen. Have a joy that you're, upholding the laws of your land, that you're being a gentleman, that you're being a patriot, and setting a good example. Whether you think somebody's watching or not, somebody is always watching for you to stand up and do the right thing and take a little step above, Mr. Joe Schmo next to you who goes around littering and leaving the place a bigger mess than when he found it, and using people and leaving them a mess than when he found them. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Be that guy who, when you're with that person or when you've left that person, they're a better person for having known you, for having brushed shoulders with you just for a second. Imagine being in the men's bathroom and watching another guy just take a quick second and wipe down that sink. Wouldn't that make an impression on you? What about returning an extra 53 cents that the guy, gave you back too much change? That's integrity. That is integrity. People will remember you a lot longer. Even if they never see you again, they'll remember what a great example of integrity that you showed to them. So in this special lesson about being a gentleman, and remember, being a gentleman is timeless. People notice, and even if they don't, somebody is always watching. You know in your heart if you're leaving this world a little bit better than how you found it. So I do thank you for joining me on this lesson in Blondes Prefer Gentlemen. I'm Dianne Hanks.